Good evening, guys. First of all, a great welcome for all of you who showed their interest and who really came on this platform to learn something out. See, guys, I would just like to say one thing: no one is perfect here. All of us are learning, and what I would say, just let's make this learning worthful. So we'll try something from our side, and we want little efforts from your side as well, and we'll make best out of it, right? It's not more of a teaching and learning process. It's more of a community where all of us will learn together. That's it from my side, and in few 4 to 5 minutes we'll go into the actual class, right? Zafra, would you like to say something? Oh, great. So, guys, as we promised you, the session is going to start with the introduction of Git and GitHub. What actually this uh, platform GitHub is all about. See, let me give you an overview of what this platform is. This is a platform where developers post out their projects, the projects which they develop. These projects can be of any sort. It can be an application, or it can be a web app, or it can be any sort of programming. So all of you just come together, develop project, and post it out. So it's just not for particular persons, individual persons, it's also for teams. This is where the GitHub is used. People out there in industry use GitHub so that they can share a common project and work upon it. So we have made a small PPT. It's just more of a theoretical concepts where we'll demonstrate you few basic points. Then I will directly take you on to my GitHub page, and I will just show you how should how should the profile on a GitHub of one should be, right? And how you can make your profile better after once you understand how my profile is, right? Yeah. So with the initial introduction which I gave, GitHub is more of a platform where people connect, develop their projects and all. Development takes place. So why there was a need of it? Because right now into the market, initially people used to work on their project individually. Okay, the profile section of GitHub. This is my profile basically. Uh, so it includes everything about me, who I am. Okay, it gives a complete overview of what are my technical skills. I even added what blogs which I wrote. People are interested, they can just go on to it and just read them out. Then it also includes stats of it and all my social media handles. So it looks really fascinating, but how do one make it? Like, right? So if you need to make a profile which is similar to mine, it's just not you can edit the things up. So for this, you need to create a project which should be of a name as of your GitHub. And what does I mean by that? I will just show you. So basically, you can see that my username is Prashant1720, right? And I have a project with the same name as Prashant1720. Cool. So, guys, we are in my Git, GitHub right now, and what I'm trying to do right now is I'm here to create one repository, right? Which will actually help me. Oh wait, okay. So I'm creating a new repository out here. So the thing is, we need the aim of this video is that we need to create a repository so that it can be used to design the profile section of GitHub. Okay, so it can only be achieved through using a special repository which has the same name as that of your GitHub username. So my GitHub username is Prashant1720. So I'm using that. Make sure you use yours. So right now, GitHub pops up some message for you and says that hey, this is a special repository because it has the same name as that of your username. Or can we use add a readme.env to your GitHub profile? So this is what we want to do. And now, see, I'm adding a readme file here. This is what you also need to do. Like create a repository out here. Great. So hi there. Right now we just need to edit this. So it already gave me a few options, but remaining is on me how I develop it. Right, cool. So basically, let's start with few things which I guess you need to know. These are the markdown syntax which are used to design all the readme files. Basically, a single hash means a h1 heading. So all those who might be familiar with HTML, h1 is a first heading which gives you a bigger syntax. Cool. So let's check it out. Right, you got a h1 here. So h2 a little smaller. h2 heading similarly triple slash means h3 heading. Right. Great. So using these syntax and syntax of markdown language, we are going to design my profile section. So first of all, I will start with the about section for me. Right. Okay, so with that, now let me just add my name, Prashant. So when we'll see the preview of this, it's just my name beside of this waving hand. It looks really fancy, but this is not what I want to do. I want to make it as some sort of a link. When people click my name, they should be able to get redirected to my website. So if you also have a website of your own, make sure you do this. So this is a syntax to add links to a particular element into Markdown language. You just need to wrap it inside a box and then into these open braces, open brackets, right? So the URL for my website is sharmaprashant.me. Let us check out if it's, yeah, you can see it already became clickable. Nice. So I already have few content which I just took it from my website about me. I'm just going to copy paste it to make the things faster. Right, it's just a small content about me, who I am. So basically I'm a developer who believes that constant learning is the way to develop yourself. Like now few more things about me. Right, so I want it to start with a dot in it at starting. So in order to have one, I can use a star symbol. Basically gets converted into this dot. So it looks fancy when you bulleted points, basically. So it looks fancy. If you are interested to use that, you can have your own. So few more content about me similarly, right? So I'll just copy paste it here. So yeah, I'm the founder of Infoview Media and I'm a writer on it as well. Apart from developing stuff, I also love to read books and play cricket. Cool. So again, since I've used stars in front of them, I'm able to get dots, bulleted points in front of them, right? See, right here, even I already mentioned here that if you wrap that inside a box and then inside this open brackets, then it gets converted to into a clickable link, right? Similarly, other stuff as well, I'm going to add it as well. So this is a little more about me, all the blogs which I have written, and if you are interested to read about them, you can just visit on to my website, right? And now the social media handles. So see this double slash means a H2 kind of heading. So social link is for basically a I'm giving it as a H2 type of heading, and it will be visible. You can see it here, right? Social links here. Now, how do I got these images? So basically, I just use the anchor tag, and I just provided the link of it. Okay, and this is the image source. And I even gave the padding, how much the size of width of the image should be and what should be the height. Similarly, I created one more anchor tag, and this anchor tag is for the second image. This one, Instagram. In this one, this is my Instagram URL, and this is the image of image that I am using it. So I just went to the flaticon.com and just copied the URL from it. So basically, you guys can also go on to the same website and get your URL as well. And then this is my website, right? So let me show you that how this image looks basically. So this is the oh sorry. See, this is the image. I'm using this image, and here I have provided the custom width and height of it, which is 30 and 30. This is what I did, and just committed all the changes. Cool, right? I got it.
It's GitHub. So GitHub, to be honest, GitHub is actually made of two words. One is Git and one is Hub. So Git is a technology researching, creating different versions of softwares or files or anything. Like for example, you can have different kinds of, you can have one file related to some topic like assignment, and if you're writing multiple versions because of mistakes or because of any bad issues or any other thing, so we are using any some kind of different brought home them. As you can observe, who is that? Who is that? Okay, good. So, the event which you are seeing right now over here is very simple. Like they have the cover mobile that's just like an app. You can create a own repositories here. You can see how the repository is over here, which we have created previously. And if you have any keys, you will show here. And it's like this middle or whatever the thing you are saying. It's like an install object. If someone creates a new topic or if someone starts following another person, you can see all of this over here. So UI looks very simple and it's not it's even easier to use creating of because there are all the stuff which Prashant have already shown you. So because of that simple UI, we are doing basically paper paper. And the final reason is that I like it for this. I'm a fan of it, and that was the reason I just did it. So what is the functionality? So there are many functionalities. Out of it, the basic and important like is the starting point of GitHub is nothing but something called fork. Yeah, base one fork. So what is fork? Fork is nothing but copying the project from one person to another. To imperator is as simple as changing the imperator, but the thing is it's not that, but instead you configure in the way you want. For example, say this one. So this there is a project called speech recognition written by this person called RX Lab. So instead of I want to copy that there was a problem. There was only one call in which whenever we try to do speech recognition, it will happen twice. So there was a working this. So what I did, I wanted to solve that error. But the thing is, this person is not active and it is not trying to do that thing. So what I did was I copied my own version. You can see here. You can see here. So yeah, this is my username and this is the speech recognition. It is nothing but the project which he created for the company. So I basically copied this project into my project. So what I did was I copied this project into my project and I wanted to do some changes. Like let me just show you what kind of changes happened. So here you can see the pixel had error issues. There were some issues in that which I have updated yesterday. That was the reason they showed me like I commit instead of direct. So considering this project, my project is I commit forward than this project because I configured it this. I didn't update anything now, but the things we can do by using this particular. So what it does is when you basically click on config rest, it will send you a notification to the person to RX Lab saying that failure. So these are all the pull requests which given to automate, which were supported by people to this particular project. So whenever he wanted to close all of this, all he does is see, this is margin. This is the symbol which is used for margin. And this is the symbol which is as force. So margin and closing are identical, similar type, similar one, but they have a different function in this particular like segregation. So this pull request, whatever is being happened, will be run from very short. So whenever we want to configure, we'll copy this project, we'll make the changes and we'll send it back to him. So he'll check it and once he accepts the code, whatever the code which he has,
Nani, once you ask them now, how many of them are actually doing with us right now? Yeah, yeah, that's what. So, guys, how many of you are doing with us? Are following the same instructions which Nani just gave you. It's not a big deal. You just need to Google Git and you need to download depending upon your system. If you have a 64-bit or a 32-bit system, just Google it out. You will get Git and you just need to install it. Once when you download it, it will open a same terminal as you were able to see on Nani's screen. So once the terminal is visible, Git terminal, you call it as Git bash or yeah. So once you get Git bash, you can follow the things from there as well. So what you do now, once when you install it, put on a message, right? Okay, yeah, we have installed it. It doesn't take more than 2 to 3 minutes, or I guess 2 minutes are more than sufficient depending upon your skills, internet speed, and then next, and it's done, right? So do it fast, and just put on a message. Let's not make it a teaching session. Let's make it a session where both of us are doing together.
I went to yes, it's enough. No, no, it's enough. Yes, I have people feeling my opinion of you ask. No, no, I don't ask any question until I but now
So, Nani, what I was feeling now, if people have installed Git in their system, they are doing it together with us, then only it makes sense. See, any so anyway, yeah, anyway, if they just want to get the commands, they can somehow get it from Google or they can YouTube it out. So no use of it actually if people aren't not doing it with us, right? Yeah, cool, Nani. And a few more things with this. Like, let's cover it up with all the softwares now, right now only, because anyway, if they are joining it tomorrow, we want them to be ready with all the software in their systems, right? So, guys, the thing is, Nani, then just Google the VS Code as well, right? Just show them VS Code and even Google Postman as well. So ask them to install both of them. Yeah, yeah, Nani. We can keep it that for tomorrow. And even Google Postman as well. Ask them to install Postman as well. Nani, anyway, we are going to take it up again when we start API development now. So it's right now it's just they need to install it.